The Fulanis must be prohibited. As long as you are a Fulani man, you must not contest any elective position. We have come to that point. Nigeria is not for the Fulani to be taken. Nigeria does not belong to the Fulani, and Nigeria can never belong to the Fulani, no matter what reason they think or whatever they think they are. There was a time in Nigeria that we felt that the other tribes of Nigeria felt that the Igbos were giving us problem in Nigeria by demanding to exit from Nigeria. And we waged war on the Igbos and frowned on them up to date. An Igbo man is yet to rule Nigeria because of the Biafra anti-Semitism. Now, that proved that any tribe that we feel that is giving us problem or wants to give us problem in Nigeria, we can also frown on that tribe, no matter what that tribe is, and make that tribe make correction or see their errors and go back to their place. Today, the Fulani tribe is giving us problem. Yes, the Fulani tribe is giving us problem, and it has come to that point where we must frown at the Fulani tribe for them to understand that, look, Nigeria is not for the Fulani to be taken. Nigeria does not belong to the Fulani, and Nigeria can never belong to the Fulani, no matter what reason they think or whatever they think they are or they can do. That time has come, and I am calling on the international community to take the Fulani tribe of Nigeria to the International Criminal Court, demanding a ban on the Fulani ethnicity of Nigeria from holding any leadership position, be it elective or appointive. The Fulanis must be prohibited. As long as you are a Fulani man, you must not contest any elective position. We have come to that point. As long as you are a Fulani man, you must not hold any appointive position in government until the Fulanis apologize for the terrorism, for the banditry, for the kidnapping, and all the conflict and evils they are causing us. We are losing Nigerians in their millions on yearly basis. We are losing a lot of monies that should be directed to development in the name of insecurity. What does the Fulani people think they are? Who do they think they are to be giving us all these problems in Nigeria? That times have come. The problem of insecurity in Nigeria, the solution is not kinetics alone. Until we put all these Fulani people who have infiltrated government, be it in the military and elsewhere in political positions, until we remove them from government, who are frustrating the efforts of government in tackling insecurity, who are infiltrating government and causing us more problems, using government finances to sponsor this terrorism, we can never get headway in this insecurity. And so that is what we must do. That is what we must do. We cannot continue having Fulani people in leadership position holding critical points like the National Security Advisor, the Minister for State on Defense, and what have you, where we have the same Fulani people in banditry, terrorism, kidnapping, farmers and herders clashes, and what have you. That time has come for us to frown on the Fulani tribe and make them realize that they have overstayed their welcome, they have extended their boundaries, and they must be put back in their place.
Fulani people, you can't come to another person's land. You are not their governor. You are their emir. You are their everything. It is not down that way, okay? See, people that came with you people, the United Kingdom, they have gone. They came with their Christianity. Yes, we accepted their Christianity, but we've asked them to leave. They've gone. Nigeria needed independence. We've collected it. They have gone. You are Fulani. Fulani. We are not pushing you away from here. You've stayed here for many years. You can stay here, but allow Northerners to breathe.
Fulanis are the problem of Northern Nigeria and Nigeria at large. Before I make any further comments, see this video.
Me?
Your state where?
Me, I live from Niger. Okay.
Where you from come? Not be different Niger. Where you from come? Your state, where they for born you?
Niger.
So who can I come? Who can I come or Washuku?
Nobody now me come for myself.
There are two people I take meet them.
No, I hear us.
When I can't go do the work.
I can't enter.
So how much I collect from this woman?
1,500,000.
So the other two members, where they now?
2 people.
Where follow you go kidnap?
Now, for instance, the time when I hear with the talk for bush. At that time, around.
Now, there are videos like this scattered all over the internet. Okay, so whatever I'm going to say, it is not a stereotype or a criminal profiling of an ethnic group. Let's call a spade a spade. Fulani leaders need to call these Fulani boys to order. You need to. If not, the world will continue to generalize and you cannot blame us. Because now waiting we see always, now we go talk.
This message is for the leaders of Fulanis across Nigeria. The emirs, the elites of Fulanis across Nigeria, starting from the Sultan of Sokoto to the least one among them. In every sector, there is a modern way of doing things there. In every work, handwork, even farming, there is a modern way of farming now compared to olden days. Even the way you wash your clothes, it has changed to a modern way. Sir, the way you sleep on your bed today, it has changed compared to olden days. The way and where they slept then. Why is it that rearing of cattle will remain stagnant, remain the same? Why? This brings a lot of problem. That is where the problem started. Because taking cattle to someone's farm, you may not be saying taking cattle to someone's farm, that one is domestic violence. Come on, stop that. What is domestic violence? Violence is violence. Nothing like domestic violence. It's not fair. Our leaders, please help us in changing this system, in changing this bad system of rearing cattle. We are in 21st centuries, not 15th. This is the way cattle have been reared since 00 century itself. How do you expect to eat someone's farm with your cows? You now expect such person to love you or to show kindness, Never. What are we producing? What are the cattle rearers producing in Nigeria? If we talk of production of milk, I think India, European Union, Pakistan, and China are the leaders in terms of producing milk. When we talk of beef, meat, USA, Brazil, China, European Union are leaders. Nigeria is not in number 50. What are we now saying? Our leaders, you are the one causing all this. Government, intervene. Please. These countries I made mention now, there is a way of rearing their cattle in a modern way that will not cause any problem. We need to look forward for a modern way of rearing our cows, our cattle. It's very, very important. That is where the hatred comes from. I'm saying this, if you like me, if you hate me. That is the fact. Even aluminium, this is not the way windows are normally been done before. It has changed. Everything has changed. Why is it that cattle rearing or rearing of cows remain the same? You're now saying why you don't have a specific place is because you are rearing cattle from one place to another. Who sent you? Are you the only one? Government, our leaders, please look into this matter. Let's look a way of modernizing this process.
If you speak about the terrorism, they will say you are ethnically profiling them. What the Fulani leaders actually taught is that us will keep quiet. Most people in the north has now embraced docility as a way of life. Yeah, the attacks are calibrated by people in government helping those who attack us. This is the first time, because of the presence of the Americans and the fact that the government knows that whatever happens, the Americans will be able to decode and understand. That's why you're seeing soldiers are being told not to collude with the terrorists. And that's why you're seeing something totally different from what used to obtain before. Before, it was the government actively in collusion with the terrorists to kill the people. Today, it is the government afraid that with the American presence, any nonsense they do will be discovered. And so they're encouraging the soldiers to do a good job, deal with the terrorists. And that's why you're seeing the current internal crisis in the APC between the patrons and financiers of the terrorism and the government. And I think that is a very good thing for the country. I told somebody earlier today that I believe the crisis we have is the good for the country. And the person said, how could you be? I said, because at the beginning, the terrorists were playing and they were being helped by Buhari. People came in. He just didn't know what to do because there was no handing over notes telling him about the covert operations. And that's why he stopped. He didn't pay anybody. And that's why you had a complaint from Asare Dokubo that they've not been paid for up to 40 months. So that's why what it was that the Buhari government played and promoted as a covert operation, which is terrorism, which when he did the unknown government in the East, was simply a strategy to revenge to what he thought were the consequences of General Ihejirika's steadfast fight against the terrorists. So you are now beginning to see, as Garba said, that the terrorists are actually the freedom fighters of some people in the north, but not the whole of the north. And that's how we have to be sure. The crisis so far you're seeing with the militias are being perpetrated by Fulani leaders, not Hausas, not Biro, not TV, not Bachama, not Angas, not even the Gbagi people, not anybody you can talk about, say the Birom people. No, it got nothing to do with them. They are suffering from it. So that's why I say it is just a strategy by the Fulani leadership to try to seize more territory to resettle Fulani refugees coming from other countries in West Africa in Nigeria.
Fulani wey go school and the one wey dey inside bush na the same. I repeat, Fulani politicians and malams, they cover the ones wey dey inside bush, those Boko boys and bandits. Presently now, as Fulani people now with their cattle and their cow, don't they run, they come up for Nigeria now. Their malam don't write to Cameroon government.
An open letter to the Cameroon government and the people of Cameroon on the mass immigration of Fulani pastoralists from Nigeria. Dear people of Cameroon, I write this open letter with a heart full of concern, hope, and a deep appeal to humanity, brotherhood, and compassion. Currently, there is a caravan of Fulani pastoralists from Nigeria, with millions of their animals comprising cattle, sheep, and donkeys trooping into your country. These are not just people moving from one place to another. They are families, mothers, fathers, children, the elderly, and the sick, carrying their lives, their hopes, and their means of survival along with their animals. Please do not panic. There are refugees fleeing insecurity, hardship, and attacks from tribal militia and other armed groups in Nigeria. There are people searching for safety, peace, green pastures, and water for their animals, the same basic needs that every human being desires. Yes, there are criminal activities being committed by a few bad elements among pastoralist communities, as there are in every society. But we must not allow the actions of a few individuals to become a reason to condemn an entire community of innocent men, women, and children who are suffering and searching for refuge. Please, In the interest of humanity, embrace them. Allow them to continue their journey to safe destinations that range from the bushes and forests of Cameroon, where they can continue their pastoralist way of life, to other parts of Central Africa. Part of this caravan is heading towards Central Africa, Gabon, as well as the bushes and forests of Congo, seeking safety for their lives and searching for green pastures and water for their animals. To the people of Cameroon, remember that welcoming those in need is a reflection of humanity, compassion, and African brotherhood. Akoko. The strength of our continent has always been found in our ability to support one another.
Welcome back, my people. There is something I would like to remind Nigerians again, and that thing is very, very important. And everybody need to be, careful with that as from now onward, because if we continue not to talk about these Fulani leaders, there is no way our community is going to get better. There are some different things that make this insecurity and what other Fulani youth is going higher. The things making all of that to go higher is just because of how we have been supporting their leaders to power. Though, don't forget to know that it is them who are more even powerful today than the real people that we have in this country. Remember when Bihari was in power, remember how he treated those guys out there. It was during his time everything started. All of this and Fulani structure and the structure they built to go into people's farm was started then. Though they can stay, but giving them power or giving them the big position will make them, to have power over us. In fact, let them not even stay again, because if we say they should stay, they can still destroy more, because what they have destroyed in Benue and many other places today is something that is uncountable. Those guys kpied people like they kpied chicken, they kpied people like they kpai cow, they kpai people like the way they kpai any other thing, every other animal out there. They don't care if you are really a person or not, and we are still supporting their people. When I see some good Nigerians and those free Nigerians supporting Itiku at times, I'll be like, what is the problem of these people supporting Itiku over the real Nigerian person that want to stand to do a better thing for this country? There is nobody out there that will love you more than your fellow real Nigerian, that you will be supported for them to get powers to be in Aso Rock. Some persons out there that are real Nigerians even prefer for a Fulani person to be in power than their real person because of jealousy and many other things, which is what give these people this right they are using to do all kinds of things they have been doing today. If we had not given these guys political power before for them to rule us, these we are facing would not have, been growing up the way it is. A lot of things and challenges we having is as a result of some of us being ignorant or love money over every other thing. That's why the decision that will favor you will be there, and you would have to choose money over everything. There are some beautiful different things we need to discuss about and we need to know. The best thing that would favor you is when you stop supporting these Fulani people politically, and when you stop giving them that chance to rule you, and also when you stop supporting them over your own Nigerian fellow, because we hate ourselves in this country so much, and it is not supposed to be that way. If really we want this killing and maiming and many other things to stop, because the way it is going that I'm seeing is not going to stop anymore as long as we keeps on supporting these guys to give them power and all of that. It's not going to stop. The only thing that can stop it is what people are saying here. Stop giving them power. The one in the bush will stop doing anyhow. That will just it. And if you have anything to let us know, everywhere is open. Thank you.